Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today with another sort out my craft room chaos. I think I mentioned in the last video that I had lots and lots of postcards, and yeah, this isn't even all of them. And I keep buying them. You might have seen a recent haul video where I bought these ones. It's like, you don't need them, Jez. Look at all the postcards you've got. So yeah, I mean, this here was a job lot I bought, and I bought them before Ed was poorly, and he was like, how many? I went, I know, more than I need, but I went, I can sell the excess and recoup what I spent. And that was when I had intended last year to sell some of my stash, to share, my luck, with people that, don't find so many things. And and then it just all, last year was just not great. So yeah, it didn't happen. So yeah, I've got all these postcards now. A previous attempt, when I didn't have so many, was a photo album. So I got a photo album here, labelled it postcards. It's quite a thick one, and those ones are too big for it. So I just, as you would your photographs, sorry about the glare, I just sort of laid them out in here, which isn't bad in terms of storage, and then I can flick through and find, postcards to use. Can you see any gaps? No. What does that tell you? That I don't flick through and use them, really. So possibly because it was in a cupboard. So maybe if this was on, oh, there is a gap. Tell a lie, there is a gap. So I've used one. I flicked through and used one. I love these. These are in Hoardsville. Really, I just think they're gorgeous. But yeah, not being used. So yeah, I've got some spaces there that I can add some more to, but really sticking them in a cupboard isn't making me use them. So yeah, I don't quite know what to do. I could buy a load more photo albums like this, and stick them in, but it's not working for me. So I will keep what's in here, but I'll maybe find a new way of organising what I've got. Now, some of them here are actually photographs. So these, I've just recently sorted out my photographs. So I am actually going to put these with photographs, because then I'm more likely to use them. I had these, seem to have them put in some sort of order, but I think I'm just going to gather them together. I don't know why maybe I was counting them and putting them in piles of certain numbers, but as these are photographs of people, I'm going to put these where I've got photographs. That is the best place to put that little bundle of goodies there. So I'll do that now. So now I'm left with this lot. Now I do think, did I gather these in terms of age? 1910, 1906, 24. No, you didn't, Jez. No, that wasn't really what I did. Did I do them so that they were particular? No. Have I done them so they're amounts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I do them in bundles of 10? I think I might have put some in bundles of 10 thinking I would sell them in bundles of 10. That could possibly be it. Not really sure. Not really sure there, Jez, if that was what your thinking was. Or did I gather them in terms of who was on the stamp? Same monarch on the stamp. Really don't know. Don't know what was going on in my mind. Well, that's not bundles of 10. That's just shed loads. Absolute shed loads. I think I might. I'm overwhelmed. Can you tell? I'm absolutely overwhelmed. Oh, I love these sort. I think these were bundled because they're that sort. Yeah, like birthday greetings and whatever. They can all go together, and that will be a way of using this 10 that I just bought. I've got a storage system that I think I might use for this. So next to this shelf here, I've got an old CD rack, and I've got these plastic boxes that I have originally used for other things that sort of fit on the shelf, and I think this will fit postcards quite nicely. So this could be a good place to put my postcards. Let's see if that works. Right, so here we are. I've been trying to get this sticker off, but it's not been very good. Right, these are just like plastic boxes. I bought them a long time ago, and I've used them for various different types of storage. Those are my new ones. That's obviously Christmas. I'm just wondering about, I'm going to put Christmas ones to the side because, and that's an Easter one. And then that's, yeah, so then we could maybe categorize it that way. Might be quite a good idea. So these are my new ones. I think they were all happy birthday, weren't they? Yeah, birthday, because they were more or less all to the same person, weren't they, if I remember rightly? Yeah. So I quite like to have Christmas separate because, yeah, they're all birthdays, and it will fit nicely like that. Let's put them to the back. Yeah, I think that will be a good way of doing it. So I might just stay quiet, and that's Christmas, and sort them out. So we've got birthday there. All of these are Christmas. Then we've got quite a number of Easter. I'm going to have to make a divider for this. Then I've got, that's birthday, Jez. Why didn't you put that in my birthdays? No idea. that's not English, so I'm thinking maybe that's a new category. That's birthday. That's birthday. And then I had ones that were, so that was Mother's Day. That one, I'm not sure what it was. It says compulsory wetting. Dear Auntie, something, wish you happy. Oh, I think it does say birthday. Don't know. This one I don't think was obvious. Hello and hearty greetings. That one, just telling you that they'd received a letter. That says distress and peace. I don't know what that's for. So this could be miscellaneous in there. So that's quite good. So now I need to do some partitions, I think. So let's measure, how wide is this? So it's, yeah, it's about 6 inches wide. And less than 5 inches tall. But I want them to come above that. So they could be, I could make the card 4 inches. That includes the tab, doesn't it? So 6 by 4. Oh, that's quite handy. I'm sure I've got 6 by 4 card I can utilise. Oh, I've got all those Stampin' Up invites, haven't I? Maybe I could use them and recycle them in some way. Oh, let me find them. Right. I was going to get the Stampin' Up sort of party invites that I've got loads of, but I can't actually get to them because of the mess. So I found these blank greetings cards. I'm not going to use them, so let's get these sorted. They're about 6 inches wide, so I'm going to go down to 4. Is that what I wanted to do? I'm just doubting myself now. Yeah. Down to 4. So let's do one first and see if it works. I'm going to make a tab top. So let me do. Let me do that. And then we need to cut. Oops. I need to cut this section off. So put that in here. That'll do nicely. There we go, nice little tab. That's all the birthdays. Yep, that works. Quite happy with that. So I want 1, so I want another one there, 2, 3, 4. Right. Chop this down to 4. Chop this down to 4. It's a nice thick bit of card as well. I didn't cut that one straight. Well done, Jess. Let's have you back. How on earth? I don't know if that side's straight. This side isn't. That's 4. There we go. Right. So let's use this to measure where I want it. So I want that one to go there, roughly there. Take you out. Go there. So where do we want the other one? About there. About there. And then we want to stick you on there. And we want to cut down to there. And then up to there. And that's that one. And then we've got a third one to do, which is basically the same as the first one, so we'll only get 3 in there, won't we? Yep. So put you up there, take the end off, and then let's go. Yeah, about there. About right. That's my 3 dividers. So put them there. That one there. That one there. Let's do another one. Gonna be another center one. So let's stick that in there so that I can do this one about the same. So we'll go up there. And then about up there. Cut these off. There might be another category that I hadn't noticed. This punch is linked down below in my Amazon storefront. Good for making envelopes as well. Oh yeah, we do have another category there. There we are. So that's quite cool, except I've got quite a lot of room for things. going to stick that in there for now. So got quite a lot of them, so I want to put labels on those. So let's get my label maker and make other labels. Actually, let's just write them, Jez, because why are you going to use expensive labels? Don't know. Really don't know. So that's birthday. There we go. What are these ones? Christmas. These are Easter, I assume. Yep. Decided to go for capitals. Change it up a bit, Jez. Why don't you? Then we've got, oh, that's Mother's Day. And then we've got some miscellaneous there. So I'm just going to cut a couple more. It's going to go on the end. Just going to eyeball. Put no subject, no occasion. So that is quite happy with that. So now I'm thinking that I could talk through these and then I could take the things out of the album and sort them through here. So these are, I could have, oh, there, that's Scottish. Did I? Don't know where that is. I'm assuming that's in Scotland. Glasgow, yeah. That's Wales. That's Canterbury. Chester Cathedral. Yeah, no, I haven't grouped these into. Harrogate. I haven't grouped these in anything, except they're probably, so these are like scenery. Let me just have a little look, see. So there's a lot of these are Scotland. That's London. So these are all places. So maybe I'll sort of landscapes and places of interest. I might make that a category. I could split them down even further, but yeah. That's what they all are, aren't they? Yeah, they're all places. Alright, that's like a painting. Let's take the painting out. Were there a couple of others that were paintings? Quite possibly, Jess. That's a painting. As opposed to like photography. Ish. Oh, I went there with Ed. We went over there. Oh, that looks amazing. That's from the British exhibition in London in 1912. That's incredible. Oh, loving that. That might end up in Hoardsville, because I can't imagine getting rid of that. Alright, we've got a couple here that belong down here. Right, I'm going to put these in here, because otherwise this pile is just going to get so big. So these are like places, sort of a category of its own. Oh wow, look at that one. It's all written in shorthand. That's a bit different, isn't it? So I want category there of places. They're like holiday postcards really, aren't they? Yeah. So I need another bit of card. And then just shove those at the front. So that is that box. Nicely full. I don't want to cram it any fuller because I can see these. So that makes them quite easy to find. So I can put a label on that of vintage postcards. There are some antiques in there actually, Jez, so let's just put old postcards. There we go. That's one lot done. Still got another huge box to go through. So let me put this away. We'll sort that out. So got another box here. So we've got non-English postcards there. And then, so let me just grab a handful here. I think I've not really categorized these. So let me just get rid of this. I've got oversized postcards. These are very modern, so I think these will be repurposed. That's what I'm going to do with them. So right, some of these aren't that old. There's your glasses, Jess. I think these ones were not written on the back. Yeah, I think that is the category of these, not written on the back. Yeah, so these are all not written on the black. Have we got any photographs of people because they belong somewhere else? I think not, because I think I'd already sorted them out. Yeah, so that's a modern one. So we've got non-English, and then we've got ones that are blank on the back. And let's just, and that, you know, that's, so those are journaling cards, aren't they? Ready to be journaling cards. Right. So I've got that. Oh, I could have put that one in there so they were the same. Never mind. You didn't, Jess. That's that. So we've got there we go. So we've got I'm going to write not English. I don't like writing foreign. Not English. Then we've got blank postcards. Blank. And then let's see what else we've got in here. Right, I've got this lot, and I maybe got bored and didn't categorize these. I've done them right. I've got that as a divider, so those are like postcard books, and I've got another place for those. So what was I doing here? More blank cards. Did I categorize them in any way? Nope, they're just blank. So what are these? They're all blank, not categorized in any way. No, there's not people in them. So can they just go in here? Just a whole load of blank. Oh, it's got a person, although it's a painting. I'm just taking them out of one box, putting in another, but they are fitting in here, which is all well and good. So we've got some non-English there, and then we've got a load of blank postcards. I'm a bit thinking, if these are all blank as well, that I just might make this a box full of blank postcards. Were these ones more interesting? Don't know. There was that interesting one there I just had. Right, we got interrupted then. It's now the next day. So I'm now been thinking that it would be a good idea if all the blank ones were in here. So I'm going to take these non-English ones out and put these in. And what I'm going to do is probably, I can feel there's some like modern ones in here. I don't want them. Yeah, and I think what I'll do is one night watching telly, I might go through these and pick out ones that I'm not particularly interested in. Like straight away, I'm not really interested in them old cars particularly. Yeah, and so I can narrow down a bit. And yeah, that was my thoughts. So yeah. Oh, I got another. It's like no. So yeah, so I probably don't even need that says blank. Although I might, if I whittle these down a tad. I might even like group them into sort of countries. So there we go. That's pretty full. So I've basically got most of those into just 2 little boxes. So these are going to be blank postcards. So if I do a that already says postcards. So I'll just put blank postcards, and then these are like postcard books, and they can go with my other postcard books. And that's that lot sort of emptied. I'm quite pleased with that. And then I'm going to put those in the other box, which hopefully they will fit in. And then I know exactly where all my postcards are, and I might start using them. Some of them are really pretty, and I might categorize further down into ones that are pretty and ones that are just like landscapes. So I'm going to put this on the shelf there. I'll put blank postcards, and then I'm going to put these in here. Because they fit in. So there we've got a load of categories there. And that is that lot sorted, condensed into 2 little boxes that fit on a shelf. And then I'm just gonna double check this lot. So these are Washington. Quite sort of modern, really. Not sure that I'm particularly interested in that, if I'm honest. For the junk journal, I could maybe upcycle it in some way and make it like a folio. I do like these ones. These are clearly old. I love the packaging. Oh, these are covered in tissue. These are gorgeous. Right, I'll keep those. Yeah. Minehead. I used to work in Minehead. It's in Somerset. It's got a Butlins. I worked at the Butlins. There we go. Right. Pretty. This one's a bit more modern. North Devon. Been North Devon a few times. I'm not so enamoured by that one. Plymouth, where my 2 sisters live. Love a bit of Plymouth. Right. Do you know, I'm just going to put them in, actually, Jez. Just put them in. And then we've got, well, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce these places. That's quite modern as well. So keep these, get rid of these. Well, I'll put these in possible upcycling. So they'll go somewhere different, and these will go where I've sorted out some of my original ephemera. It can go in there. So that's another bit of sorting out done. I've still got this. This can go on a shelf, and when I decide to go through them and categorize them a bit better, I might do something with these. If I thin them out a bit, I might actually put some of these in those boxes. I don't know, I haven't decided. I quite like them like this, and because I've painstakingly put them in here, I might continue to do that. So that is the end of another bit of sorting my kiosk out. Kiosk? chaos even. And yeah, I will now continue with my stamps because they're taking forever. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I hope if you are decluttering and organising with me that it's all coming along very nicely, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.